I'm Meem. In this video, I'm going to talk about loops. What exactly loops are? In programming, sometimes we need to repeat the statements. For example, I want to print my name. Print my name. After running, it prints 1 times. If I want to print my name 5 times, so what can we do now? We can copy and paste for the 5 times. Okay, now run it. It has printed for 5 times. What if I want to print this statement for 50 times? Of course, we can copy paste this 50 times, but don't you think we are doing manual work? And it will be difficult to write this 50 times. So here we can apply a loop to print the same statement for multiple times. And we can use 2 types of loop. One is while loop and another is for loop. In this video, I'm going to show while loop. Let's print this statement for 5 times. If I told you say hi for the 5 times, you have a counter in your mind, right? You can say hi 1 times, hi 2 times, hi 3 times, like this. You can say hi 5 times. In the same way, we have a counter here. We count this like 1 to 5. I'm going to take a variable name count equal 1. You can take 0 or you can take 2, then 2 to 6. So I'm going to take 1. After this line, before the condition, I have to write while. This while is a loop, and the condition is I have to run this item or this statement for 5 times. Here I have to write count less than equal 5 and a colon sign. That means my count has to be less than or equal 5. I have to give a tab here. That means this line is part of this while loop. Now I'm going to run it. Here it prints not only 5 times, prints so many times. What is the problem here? We missed here one thing. I'm going to write here this counter again. This counter has to be increment or decrement. Here I'm going to increment the counter with 1. Count plus 1. Look here, it prints 5 times. Let's debug this code. What happened here? At the first time, the count is 1. Here I'm check the count. Count is less than equal 5 or not. Here the count is 1. That means the count is less than 5. As the count is less than 5, then it will print this statement, my name Meem. Then it goes to the next line. In the next line, what happened? Count plus 1. That means at the first time count was 1. Here 1 plus 1 is 2. This count became 2. Then this 2 will go the while loop again. Now what is the count? Now the count is 2. Okay. Is 2 is less than 5? Yes, 2 is less than 5. Then print the my name Meem once more time. That means in the second line, it's print my name Meem. Then it goes to the next line. Count plus 1. The previous count was 2 and 2 plus 1 is 3. Then this count became 3. This count goes again in the while loop. Is 3 is less than 5? Yes, 3 is less than 5. Then print my name Meem again in the third line. Then it goes again to the next line. Now the count is 3 plus 1, 4. Here the count is 4. Then goes to the while loop again. Is 4 is less than 5? Yes, 4 is less than 5. Then print my name Meem in the fourth line. Again increment the count plus 1. Then 4 plus 1 is 5. This will be 5. Then is 5 is less than 5? No, 5 is not less than 5. But is 5 is equal to 5? Yes, 5 is equal to 5. Then print the name, my name again in the fifth line. Then it goes to the next line. Then 5 plus 1, 6. It will be 6. While loop, is 6 is less than equal 5? No, 6 is not less than equal 5. Then it will be stop here. This is how the while loop works. Let's move in another example. Now I'm going to take an input from user and that will multiply it by numbers from 1 to 10. If I multiply this number from 1 to 10, then I have to take a counter from 1. Take a variable name I equal 1, then while and condition. Condition is I is less than or equal to 10. Then a colon sign and going to the next line. I'm going to take another variable name product equal our number, this number into this counter. Then going to print this product. After that, we have to increment this counter. I equal I plus. We can write this line in another way. We can write I plus equal 1. This line and our previous line is the same. I'm going to take 5. Okay. 5, 10, 15. This 5 is multiplied by numbers from 1 to 10. Let's make this a bit more readable. We can print this like, okay, 5. 5 is our number. Into, or I can put the cross line here, number into with this counter. That means here I can write I equal to product. In the while loop, we have to remember 3 things. The first thing is initialization. We must have initialization. That means the initial counter. Okay. The second thing is condition. This is our condition. And the final thing is our decrement or increment. Here we must have to increment or decrement. We can also decrement here. If we decrement -1, then see what will happen. Then we have to reverse this code like I equal 10 and I greater than equal 1. So here our result will be reversed. To go into the another example, I'm going to show you list and array. In Python, both list and arrays are used to store data. So here name is a variable and meem is a string. If I want to create a list or array, I have to write this like, then the meem will be like this. Name equal with third bracket and FINEEM. We can write this in another way like this. In Python, the index start from 0. Like F will be 0, I1, M2, E3, then 4, 5. Like this. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here our letter is 6 characters, but as our index is starting from 0, then it will be 0 to 5. If I want to print only F, then I have to print name, and in the third bracket I have to put our first index, that is 0. If I want to print M, then I have to take same way name. In the name we have to take the third index, that is 2. Now let's practice with an example. Here I'm going to take a variable and a string name FINEEM, print this F, then print N with the array index, that is our third bracket, and in the third bracket we have to keep this index now. This index is 0. That is 0. Okay, now run it. Okay, print F. If we want to print in the last index, that is M, we can write here 5. If I don't know the last index number, then what can I do? I can write here -1. Then it will print M. Why? Because if 0 is our first index, then if it reverse, this will be -1, this will be -2, and this 3 index will be -3. Now I want to print these whole things. Then I can write only a colon here. N with third bracket and a colon. It prints total FINEEM. If I want to print only F, then I can write here 0, but I can write here also colon, and after the colon I can write 1. Then it will print only the first letter, but I want to print this both 2 letters, F and I. Then I can write here 2, then first two letter will print. But if I want to print only in meem, that means last four letters, then I can write these two before the colon sign. Okay, then it prints only meem. Now I'm going to print all these letters individually. I mean in the one line F, then in the next line I, then in the last line N, in this way. So here I can use a loop. Firstly, I have to take a count equals 0. Here I take 0 because in array or list, our index is count from 0, 1, 2, 3 like this. So I initialize the count equal 0. Then write while and the condition. So our condition will be count is less than this length of this letter or string. Letter is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 letters. But in all the time, we don't know the length of this string, isn't it? Here I can use a function named len, L-E-N, len, and in the bracket I can write the string variable, that is n, and colon. This len is count the character numbers. How many character there is? There is 6 character, that means len n is 6. But you can take it with, I can print length of this n. Okay, here print 6. That means the length of this string is 6. Count is less than 6. So I have to print these letters individually. Print n of the count. Then I have to increment this counter. Count equal count plus 1. Then run it. Okay. F-I-M-E-M. Okay, let's debug it. In first line, we take a string. Okay. In the second line, we take a counter which is started from 0. Write a condition here, that is count is less than string's length. That is 6. Okay, that means count is less than 6. Is 0 is less than 6? Yes, 0 is less than 6. Then print n of 0. Here this count is 0. Then n of 0, what is n of 0? N of 0 is this f. Okay. Then print this f. After this line, count equal count plus 1. Then 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1 what? 1. This count become 1. Going to the third line again. So now count is less than 6. Yes, count is less than 6. Then go into the next line. Then print n of count. The n of count is what? N of count is 1. 1 is this I. Okay. Print this I. Then count 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1, 2. Then this 2 will be go this third line again. Then is 2 is less than 6? Yes, 2 is less than 6. In this way, where here while loop works. Okay, now I'm going to make this a bit more readable. Okay. Count here it prints like 0 letter F, 1 letter I, but I want to print this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then what can I do? I can write here count plus 1. Okay, now see. 1 letter F, 2 letter I, 3 letter N, 4 letter E, 5 letter E, and 6 letter M. These are our while loop examples. The syntax of the while loop is pretty easy. I hope you all are clear about the while loops. Thank you.